Hello and welcome to Neighborhood Real Estate Update, where we bring you hyper-local, timely, and accurate information about real estate in zip codes all over San Diego County. Today is February 27th, 2023, and we are going to be taking a look at 92128. That's Rancho Bernardo, Bernardo Heights, Carmel Mountain Ranch, Sabre Springs, and several other tinier communities, but those are the big players in 92128. It's kind of a long, skinny zip code along the eastern edge of Interstate 15 between Escondido and what's to the south there? Scripps Ranch. That's what I meant to say. Scripps Ranch is on the southern edge, and then, of course, bordered by Poway on the east. Anyway, let's jump right into it and see what's happening in 92128. And real quick before we do that, haven't checked inventory in a few days, so let's see where it is. It was in the mid 2400s last time we looked, and it is now 2355. Wow, inventory continues its decline. And I'll tell you what, folks, as long as this is happening, that big crash, I don't know, I mean, maybe it'll still happen. A lot of people are telling me it's going to crash, mostly trolls on YouTube, but we'll see what really happens. In any event, inventory continues to decline. So let's see what's going on with 92128. Alrighty, 92128. We're going to do active, we're going to do pending, and we're going to do sold for the last 30 days. And then we're going to, let's get age restrictions out of here. We want to keep that community separate. Let's go ahead and run that search. And let's get my big head out of here so we can all see the numbers. And then, of course, you know what I like to do now. We got to get that comparative market analysis summary report so we can see all the numbers. Okay, so immediately, without even scrolling down, I can tell you this is a pretty short list of active properties for 92128. It's a big zip code. I mentioned all the various communities and so many different housing types, condominium complexes, etc. For there to be only 20 active properties, that's pretty low. I seem to remember at some point last year when things were just crazy and the prices were shooting up in an unsustainable fashion, I think we were down to about 13 or so. So this is not as low as it's ever been, but it's very low. And then look at this average market time here, 46 days. That has been coming down and down and down as well. And if you took out this crazy 410-day property here on Woodrush Court, that average would look a lot different. So this 410 days is really pulling on that average. And before I scroll down, my guess is going to be that we have at least 5 or 6 more pending than we do active, indicating, of course, the demand for properties versus the supply. So let's scroll down and see what's going on. 26. Hey, look at that. I promise I did not look ahead of time. So we've got 26 pending, average market time there of 37 days. And I would venture to guess if we went up here and pulled out that one property with 410 days, the average market time would look very similar. So we are seeing, a lot of these longer sitting properties now under contract. Some of them have already closed. Over the next few weeks, we're going to start seeing more closed sales in the last 30 days, just due to the increase in pendings over the last 6 to 8 weeks. So looking at the pending properties, mostly shorter market times. A few longer ones, again, 37 days on average. And then let's go down to the sold, 25. Now see, this is coming up. We have almost as many closed in the last 30 days as we do currently pending. So last time we looked at 92128, the closed in the last 30 days was anemic. Now, do you suppose that local media outlets are going to run stories that say number of sold homes is exploding across the county? Probably not. But when it dwindles down, they sure jump right on that. They love bad news. And you know what? I'm not making any market predictions here. I'm not saying the market is going to go up or it's going to go down in the next few months or weeks. What I do know is that the market has been going up and up and up for a long time. We did have a deflation, you might call it, during 2022. Basically, all the ground we gained in 2022, we lost it right back. And now we are gaining modestly again, and hopefully in a more sustainable fashion. Although Southern California, San Diego tend to run hot and cold, with ups and downs being quite sharp and rarely normal for very long. So anyway, looking at these sold properties, the average market time is 30 days, and that's right back to the average market time that we had in San Diego County across most zip codes for years. 30 days was about the average, and then we started seeing crazy swings in average market time. As we went into COVID, it went up. And then as we went into 2021 and 22, the average market times were ridiculously low. Prices were shooting up, 5-10% a month. Not a sustainable model, but that's the way we do things here in Southern California. Nothing seems to stay smooth for too long. So let's look at what's going on with the solds here. We're seeing property like this one that was on the market 149 days, closed almost at asking price. Now, quickly, let's see what the original. Okay, the original price was $625, closed for $542. So that's a pretty decent swing there. 149 days would be about 4.5 months ago. So we're going, let's see, January, December, November, October. Yeah, I mean, this was about the worst time last year, one of the worst times to put a house on the market, probably even worse than the summer was that early fall early fall, let's call it fall, was a bad time to put a property on the market. August, September, just was very, very sluggish. Offers being written were very low. In any event, this one was listed at $625, sold for $542. That is, I have a feeling if they had listed it in the beginning, for $542, they probably would have gotten, $550. So, that's what happens. You price it well, it'll sell. You don't price it well, it might sit for a while. So anyway, that one is under contract, or not under contract, it's closed. So looking at some of these other ones, 3 days on the market, sold over asking price. 32 days on the market, sold almost at asking price. 88 days, a little under. 27 days, right at asking price. 9 days, we're just a little under here. A little under on this one. Way under on this one. What the heck? That's one of these on. These are weird townhomes here on Avenida Venusto. Not gonna dive in and talk too much about those right now. I can kind of understand why 800 was way off. Anyway, 48 days, we got inside our range. 5 days, look at that, over asking price by quite a bit there. Okay, let's look at some of these shorter ones. 9 days on the market, listed at 900, sold at 990. 8 days on the market, almost got there. $1,049,000 list, $1,020,000 sold. 4 days on market here, listed at $1,078,000 and sold for 1.1, so that one went over. Here's one that was listed at 1149 and went a little under. Anyway, these are looking pretty solid in terms of list to sale price ratio. I should figure out how to calculate that, or figure out how to make a report that actually puts that percentage over here. I always like to try and estimate it. I mean, to me, this is more normal. I would say it's probably 96, 97% list to sale price ratio versus the 92, 94% we were seeing back in August and so forth. The pendings, I happen to know a couple of these. I am familiar with a couple of these. For instance, this one here on 11983 Briarleaf is our listing, and it's going to close tomorrow, and I happen to know that it is going to close well in excess of that number. And we had 12 days of market time, but most of those 12 days were spent waiting for the corporate relocation company to sign the contract. So this one actually received offers very quickly, about 10 or 12 offers as I recall, and significant increase over asking price. Prime example of price it well to sell. It just, you don't want to overprice, because then you wind up sitting 108 days. Do you want to wait 108 days to sell your house? Do you want to wait 84 days? The way the real estate market works, it doesn't. The longer you wait, you don't get more money. That's just kind of how it goes. Anyway, that's what's happening in 92128. Looking super strong right now. Supply and demand in pretty good balance here. What would happen if the supply ballooned all of a sudden? I don't know that the pending number would keep pace, but then I can't really tell you that either, and nobody really can. So at this point in time, for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, we are likely not going to see decreasing prices, in the short term. That's really all anyone can forecast for you in terms of, if you're asking a realtor what's going to happen in the market. If you're on your game like we are, you can look at what's happening in a zip code right now and what's been happening over the last few weeks and months, and you can say it's going in this direction right now. What's it going to do 2 months from now? Who the heck knows? Anything can happen. But right now, super strong. So if you've got a home to sell in 92128, let's get it done. If you want to buy a home in 92128, there's 20 to choose from right now, and we can certainly help you with that as well. So hope you found this informative. And as always, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll always comment back, even if it's to argue with you. But we do enjoy interacting with our viewers. So like, share, subscribe, and comment. And we'll see you again later this week for another installment of Neighborhood Real Estate Update, and then Market Update on Thursday. Anyway, have a great day. Have a great week. We'll be back with more information and more videos. Talk to you later.